2 a.m. The room is blue, streetlight falling over you. Well, not you, just your side of the bed, and every word we never said. I check my phone for the 100th time, like maybe I just missed the sign. But there's nothing new, no flashing light, just my reflection in the night. I told myself I wouldn't wait, wouldn't let it get this late. But hope is louder after dark, when silence leaves its mark. Another missed call that never came, another voicemail with no name. I keep listening to the tone, like you might finally come home. At 2 a.m. I'm wide awake. Every little sound I take is proof you're reaching out to me, but it's just empty frequency. Your last text still pinned on top, I read it till my breathing stops. You said we'll talk, just give it time. I didn't know that meant goodbye. I pace the floor, I sit back down. The quiet is the loudest sound. I type your name, then erase like courage lost its place. Maybe you're just busy now, maybe you don't know how to say what's already true, that I'm not coming through. Another missed call that never came, another voicemail with no name. I keep holding on to hope, like it's the last thing I can hold. At 2 a.m. the world is still, but my heart won't stand still. I'm waiting on a sound from you that never breaks through. If I stop waiting, will it hurt less, or does love just linger in unanswered text? No more missed calls in my head, no more words I never said. I let the silence be what it is, a quiet kind of end. It's 2 a.m. the room is blue, and I'm slowly letting go of you. Even if you never call, I won't wait forever after all. Phone screen fading in the dark, finally quiet in my heart. We were sitting on your bedroom floor, your knee brushing close to mine. You were laughing at something small, I was losing track of time. Your window cracked, the summer air moving through your hair. I kept rehearsing in my head 3 little words I never said. My heart was beating way too loud, I thought you would hear it somehow. The silence felt so fragile then, like it might break if I spoke now. I almost said it right there in the quiet light, almost let it fall out into the night. But I swallowed every syllable, pretended I was but I ran out of time. You showed me songs you used to love from some old cassette you found. We lay there staring at the ceiling, listening to the sound. Your hand was inches from my own. I swear I felt the spark, but fear can turn the brightest room into something dark. I thought there'd be another chance, another softer way, but timing doesn't wait around for courage to catch up someday. I almost said it, your name on my tongue that night, almost meant it under your bedroom light, but I let the moment slip away like it was never mine. We were so close to everything, but I ran out of time. If I could rewind that night, would I finally be brave, or would I still just sit there watching what we almost became? And I almost loved, still hear it in my mind. 3 little words I left behind. Now every time I close my eyes, I see that fragile line. We were so close to everything, but I ran out of time. Almost love, almost mine. We were sitting on your bedroom floor. We were sitting on your bedroom floor. Almost love, almost love, almost love, almost line, almost we were sitting on your bedroom floor. We were sitting on your, sitting on, oh, we were sitting on, oh, we were sitting, we were sitting, oh, we were. We were sitting on, we were sitting on. Every time I close my eyes, I see that fragile line. We were so close to everything, but I ran out of time. Almost love, almost mine. We were sitting on your bedroom floor. We were sitting, we were sitting, we were sitting. We were sitting almost we never called it anything, just late night drives and borrowed rings. Your hand resting next to mine, like we were crossing some thin line. We said it's nothing, just for fun, but neither of us chose to run. We stayed in that in between, where love is felt but never seen. You look at me like you knew something we were scared to do, but every time it got too real, we laugh it off and change the feel. We were almost love, almost us, close enough to touch, but not enough. Unfinished lines, half spoken trust. We were almost love, almost us. Your hoodie on my bedroom chair, your toothbrush like you live there. But every time someone would ask, we dodge the truth, avoid the mask. We held hands in the dark, but not out in the park, like we were hiding from a name, afraid to lose or take the blame. Maybe we were brave at night, but daylight stole the fight, and somewhere in that fragile space, we let it slip without a trace. We were almost love, almost us, built on quiet rush and fragile trust. Unfinished dreams turning into dust. We were almost love, almost us. If we had just said it once, would we have stayed, or would we still have walked away? Maybe we were safer in between, the risking what we could have been. We were almost love, almost real, close enough to feel, but scared to heal. Unfinished hearts learning to adjust. We were almost love, almost us. Not friends, not friends, not friends. Almost us, almost us. Not friends, not lovers, just almost. We stood beneath a flickering light, rain tracing lines down your face. Your cold hand slipped out of mine, like we both needed space. Leaves stuck to the wet pavement, neon bleeding in the street. Everything felt so permanent, but nothing stayed with me. You said maybe we just changed, like seasons always do. But I still hear your voice in every drop that falls through. On this empty street where we said goodbye, rain keeps falling, but you don't try. Wet pavement shining like it's holding on, cold hands in mine, now you're gone. Love ended quiet, no shattered sound, just autumn rain coming down. Your jacket smelled like cigarettes and something I can't name. We used to laugh at nothing, now we don't say your name. Street lights blurred by tears, or maybe just the storm. We tried to stay warm, but couldn't keep us warm. I thought love would fight harder against the fall, but sometimes it just fades without a call. On this empty street where we let it die, rain keeps falling from a gray sky, where pavement mirrors what we became. Cold hands reaching, but not the same. Love ended quiet, no bitter sound, just autumn rain coming down. Maybe someday, when summer feels near, we won't remember how it ended here. But tonight is just this lonely sound of autumn rain on the ground. On this empty street I stand alone. Rain keeps whispering what we've known, where pavement shining under streetlight glow. Cold hands learning to let go. Love ended quiet, no final plea, just autumn rain and me. Rain on the pavement, you fading from me. The ceiling's got a crack above my bed. I trace it like the words I never said. Streetlight bleeding through the blinds, painting shadows on my mind. Your voice still lingers in the dark, like a match that left a spark. I turn to face the empty space, but you're nowhere in this place. It's funny how the night gets loud when there's no one else around. Every silence feels like you hanging in this room. Midnight thoughts won't let me sleep, they run in circles around me. Shadows dancing on the wall like you never left at all. Quiet tears fall slow and clear, no one else body still on my chair. I swear I see you standing there. I try to tell myself it's fine, just give it time, just give it time. But time moves different after two, and every memory feels new. The dark can make a heart confess what daylight won't address. I thought I was strong enough to let the feeling pass, but love is louder in the dark than it ever was. Midnight thoughts won't let me sleep, they whisper you to me. Shadows stretching long and thin, like the space you left within. Quiet tears I try to hide. On the other side, I'm wide awake beneath this light, missing you tonight. If I turn the lamp back on, will you disappear? Or are you just the echo of everything we were? Midnight thoughts still circle me like waves against the sea. Shadows fading into dawn, but you're not really gone. Quiet tears dry on my skin as morning settles in. I close my eyes and finally let you go from me. The ceiling's still above my head, holding all the words unsaid. The calendar says it's April now, but I still feel December. Sunlight falling through my room still doesn't warm the center. They said the frost would fade away with longer days in light, but I still wake up in the dark, even in broad daylight. Flowers blooming on the street like nothing ever broke, but there's an unexpected snow underneath my coat. It's a cold spring in my chest, even when the sky turns blue. Unexpected snow falling down every time I think of you. They say time will let it go, let the frozen river run, but my heart's still winter bound, even though the winter's done. Your name still lingers in the air, like breath I can't erase. I pass the places we once were and slow my walking pace. Everyone's outside again, laughing in the sun, but I'm still stuck in February, trying to outrun. I thought love would melt away with every rising degree, but there's still ice between the lines you left in me. It's a cold spring in my chest, even when the trees turn green. Unexpected snow at night, covering what's unseen. They say healing takes its time, like winter into sun, but my heart still frozen still. seems to be still. Winter doesn't last forever, even when it's hard. Maybe someday warmth will find this frozen heart. April light on empty ground, snow melting without a sound. It's April now, the calendar says it's a cold snow melting without a sound. Oh, April light on empty ground, snow melting without a sound. The calendar said it's a cold spring in my chest. The calendar says it's a cold spring. It's a cold spring in my chest, but I'm learning how to breathe. Unexpected snow will fade like footprints when you leave. Winter doesn't frozen heart. Dim lights flicker on the wall. Your shadow isn't here at all. The record spins, the needle drops. Same old song that never stops. Your jacket's still behind the door, but you don't live here anymore. I let the chorus fill the air, like maybe you're still standing there. It's funny how melody can bring you back to me, like nothing ever changed, like nothing's rearranged. So I slow dance in this empty room with the ghost I almost knew. Old song playing soft and low, like it doesn't wanna let you go. Dim lights, quiet tears, echoes of our younger years. I'm turning in the afterglow of a love that let me go. Your voice still lingers in the sound, like it's hiding underground. I close my eyes and count to 3. Pretend you're still holding me. The floorboards creak beneath my feet, a rhythm slow and bittersweet. We used to move without a care. Now I'm just swaying with the air. Maybe this is how it ends. No crashing waves, no violence, just a final gentle spin before the quiet settles in. So I slow dance in this empty room with the version I once knew. Old song baying out a tune underneath a paper moon. Dim lights fading slow, shadows moving to and fro. I'm turning in the afterglow of a love that had to go. If you walked in right now, would we laugh at how we almost made it through? Or would we just replay the same goodbye we always knew? So I slow dance one last time to a memory of mine. Old song barely holding on, like it knows you're gone. Dim lights, empty floor, I don't wait for you anymore. Just one last turn, then I let go and let the silence grow. The record ends, but I'm still slow. Dim lights flicker, dim lights float and dim lights flickered ends, dim lights flickered ends, dim lights fall down, dim lights slow down. So I slow dance one last time 'cause you're gone. Dim lights, 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 dim lights. The record ends, but I'm still slow. Your name still lights up in my phone, but it never rings. Just a ghost inside the wires of unfinished things. We used to talk past 3 a.m. like nothing could go wrong. Now the silence in between feels louder than our songs. I keep refreshing every screen, like that could bring you back to me. But all I hear is broken signal in the dark, static where you left your mark. We were loud, now we're barely heard, like a half-remembered word somewhere on a lost frequency. You're still reaching out for me, but every time I try to call, there's nothing there at all. Your laughter used to cut right through, like FM on full blast. Now it's just distortion waves from a future turned to past. I don't know who let go first, or if we even tried. Maybe love just fades away when no one hits reply. I replay what we used to be, like turning knobs on memory. But all I get is broken signal in the night, flashing red but out of sight. We were clear, now we're just noise, two disconnected voices somewhere on a lost frequency. There's a version you and me still talking like we used to do before we fell out of tune. Maybe we just crossed the line between the space and time, where feelings turn to air and no one's really there. Broken signal fading slow, static where our words won't go. We were close, now we're out of range. Everything just changed somewhere on a lost frequency. You're a memory to me, and every time I try to call, there's nothing there at all. Just static in the quiet room where we used to bloom. Your oversized hoodie still hanging by my door. Sleeves too long for me, but I wear it like before. It smells like your perfume, faded but not gone. like it's trying to convince me you're still holding on. I told myself it's just a thing, garden thread and seams. But every time I pull it close, it pulls you back to me. It's just an oversized hoodie, but it fits like memory, wrapped around my shoulders like you used to be. Your perfume in the fabric, soft and bittersweet. I'm dancing with your shadow in my bedroom sheets. Your coffee mug still on the shelf, lipstick on the side. I haven't moved it anywhere, like you just stepped outside. I thought that time would fade you out, like sunlight through the blinds. But you're stitched into the quiet of my restless nights. Maybe I'm just scared to wash what's left of you away. Maybe letting go means more than I can say. It's just an oversized hoodie, but it feels like home, even though you're somewhere I don't know. Your perfume in the cotton lingers in the air. I keep wearing yesterday like you're still there. If I fold it up and pack it, will you disappear? Or are you just a memory that's always near? It's just an oversized hoodie, but it holds your shape. Every thread a reminder of what we gave. Your perfume slowly fading like the truth I see. It's not the hoodie I'm holding, it's the memory. Sleeves too long for me, but I still let them be. We were standing in your driveway, summer hanging in the air. You said, wait, don't move, stay right there. Then the Polaroid flash lit up your hair. Caught in that white square frame, your laugh mid-air, my hand in yours. A frozen moment we never named, before we knew what it was for. We didn't know we were almost, we didn't see the end. We just kept smiling for the camera, like time was our friend. Now all I have is your Polaroid smile, stuck in a drawer for a little while. Faded ink, but I still see who we used to be. A frozen moment I can't rewind. Your eyes still looking into mine, dreaming like we'd never fall. But we were almost, that's all. Your handwriting on the back, bleeding blue in the heat. Best summer ever you wrote, now it feels incomplete. The corner's bent from moving boxes, dust on the edges of us. I trace your name with shaking hands, like that could be enough. We were young and unaware, So I keep your Polaroid smile hidden but not gone. Faded ink, but in my mind we still hold on. A frozen moment I can't erase. Your laugh still in that place, dreaming like we'd never fall. But we were almost after all. Static in summer, smile still hanging there. Static in the We never got the ending scene. No final words, no in between. Just scattered nights and open doors and footprints fading on the floor. I used to think we lost our way, like something slipped and couldn't stay. But maybe we were meant to be, a lesson in what love can't keep. There's no more anger in my chest, just space where you once slept. And somehow that feels softer now than trying to forget. This is our quiet goodbye. No crashing waves, no tears to dry. Just two hearts learning how to let each other go somehow. We were almost everything, but not forever, not that thing. And that's okay, I know. This is me growing up. This is letting go. I found your letters in a box and read them like old paradox. We meant every word back then, even if it didn't win. Love doesn't always have to stay to mean it wasn't real that day. Some stories only last a while and still deserve a smile. I don't rewind the way I did, or wish for what we missed. I hold it gently in my hands and let it coexist. This is our quiet goodbye. Underneath the clearing sky, no blame left in my tone, just standing on my own. We were almost everything, but not the final spring. And that's okay, I see. This is growing up. This is setting free. Ooh. Maybe someday I'll look back and not feel the weight, just warmth in the memory of something incomplete. This is our quiet goodbye, said without asking why. Just gratitude for what we were, even if it hurt. We were almost everything, and that was enough for me. So here I stand, I know this is growing up. This is letting go. Not unfinished, just unfinished. You were sitting on your bedroom floor, headphones split between us. Late night radio playing slow like it knew what we were. You said someday maybe we'll align. I laughed like I had time, but timing never asked us first. It just moved on without a sign. If love was just a cassette tape, flip it to the other side. Maybe we'd find a better place where we didn't have to hide. Can we rewind back to that summer night, before the distance in your eyes turned into goodbye? Like a cassette tape worn too thin, we almost let love in. Right hearts, wrong time, we were almost mine. Your jacket still smells like rain and cheap cologne and gasoline. We danced around the truth so long we forgot what it could mean. You had a train to somewhere new, I had dreams I couldn't lose. We said we'd call, we said we'd try, but life had other cues. If I could press rewind again, would we be brave this time? Or would we still let silence win and call it bad timing? Can we rewind back to that bedroom light, where late night radio felt like it was on our side? Like a cassette tape tangled up in words we never spoke. Right love, wrong time, that's how our story broke. Maybe in another year or another state of mind, we would have been the kind of love that didn't fall behind. But we were young and scared and almost ready. So I rewind in the quiet of the night, when the late night radio plays our almost lullaby. Like a cassette tape in my car, I still hear who we were. Right hearts, wrong time, but you were always mine. Static in the midnight air, your voice still somewhere there. I wrote your name in the corner like it still belonged to me. Sat by the window for hours, tracing what we used to be. The words came out in fragments, shaking in my hand. Every sentence felt too honest to let you understand. The ink bleed through the paper like I couldn't hold it in. Every line I crossed out was where I should have let you in. Now it's just folded paper, hidden in a drawer. All the things I never said won't reach you anymore. I kept rewriting I miss you, but it always felt too late. So I sealed it with a silence and called it fate. Your picture on my dresser, facing down these days. I thought that if I didn't look, the ache would fade away. But midnight has a way of pulling truth from me, and every quiet moment writes your memory. The ink bleed at the edges like tears I didn't show. Every word I tried to say was one I let you go. No, it's just folded paper, fading in the dark. All the lines I meant for you still carry your mark. I kept rewriting, come back, but I never hit send. So I folded up my feelings and let them end. Maybe someday you'll find it between old photographs, a version of my heart I was too afraid to ask. Still that folded paper waiting in the drawer, all the love I couldn't say knocking at your door. The ink bleed tells the story of what we almost were. A letter never opened, but always yours. It was just a folded paper, and a name I can't ignore. We were golden in the driveway light, cheap wine staying up all night. Your sunburned skin against my arm felt like forever, felt like calm. Windows down on an empty street, radio humming offbeat. You said don't let this fade too fast, like we could make a summer last. But even sunsets blur away, no matter how you beg them to stay. We were already slipping through like tape worn thin from playing you. Now I'm stuck on a VHS rewind, running back what we left behind. Static noise in the back of my mind. You and I, summertime, sunburned skin and borrowed nights, fading in into blurry lights. We were young, we were almost fine in that hazy lo-fi summertime. Your laugh echoing in my car, dust on the dashboard, driving too far. We talked about the lives we'd lead, like wanting was the same as need. August heat on tired eyes, we never said our goodbyes. Just let September pull us apart.